All right, guys, welcome back to another one. I'm the Gold Standard, and today we are jumping in it with one of the most fun leaders from OP-09, Buggy. Now, it could just be me, guys, but this deck plays like a clown plays One Piece, and every single one of my gameplays ends with me just laughing hysterically, even if I lose. So today we're going to take a look at it, go over the general strategy, the one card that we're all waiting for to make this deck really work, the ideal lines of play, and finally the weaknesses. So guys, sit back, kick your feet up, and let's play some One Piece. All right, so first things first, let's take a look at his leader ability, which reads, activate main, you may rest 5 Dawn and discard 1 card from your hand, play up to 1 character with the cross guild type from your hand. So first of all, it should be noted that it doesn't say activate main once per turn. So actually on the 10 Dawn turn, you can use his ability twice. Now, what you're doing with this is because it's only 5 Dawn, you're trying to cheat in larger bodies. And in particular, what you're trying to find is your 10 drop Buggy, which reads, on play, return up to 1 of your opponent's characters to the bottom of the deck. Then if you do not control 5 characters with a cost of 5 or more, return this character to the bottom of the deck. Now, it should be noted, part of what makes this deck so troll is that if you're playing into Blackbeard and they black hole you on your 5 Dawn turn, you can actually play Buggy out and you don't get the on play effect, but you get to play your 10 cost down for 5 Dawn and he stays, which is why Blackbeard struggles so hard into this deck. So in essence, what you're trying to do with Buggy is you're trying to cheat bodies in cheaply with his leader ability until you have 4 5 cost or higher characters on the board, and then you cheat in your 10 drop, and now you have this massive board that you've played fairly cheaply, and you've also returned some big body of theirs along the way. So to make this deck work, there are 3 main components. First, you have a draw engine. Next, you have a removal package, and finally you have characters that cheat other characters in. So let's look at each of those really quickly. So first up, we have Kaya, and she is a 2k counter that is draw 2, trash 2. So she's not exactly a draw engine, but she does help you filter your hand. After that, we've got Marguerite, who's a blocker, and on play draws 1 card. After that, we've got Sanji's Pilaf, a 3 cost that draws 2 cards. And honestly, this card you're really hoping to trigger off of life. That's what it's really in this deck for. Yes, you can play it from hand, but man, when you hit this on a trigger, it just feels so good. After that, we've got a 5 drop, Mr. Daz Bones, who's a 1k counter, and on play draws 2 cards and trashes 1 card from hand. Now, his other ability is a Baroque Works ability, which does not actually work in this deck, so bear that in mind. And then last up, we've got Mr. Mihawk, which is a 6 cost, 7k power blocker, and on play he draws 2 and trashes 1 from your hand. So this is your draw engine, and there is one that I forgot in here, which is we are playing the Searcher Mr. 3, who's, you know, look at the top 4 and reveal 1 with a cross guild. So those are your 6 kind of draw options in this deck. It should be noted that Moji is also a draw, but we aren't playing Richie, so he does nothing. The only thing that he's got some synergy with is Kabaji, because if you have both of them on the field, Kabaji can't actually be KO'd in battle. Now let's look at the removal package. So this is the removal package. Up first, we've got Red Rock. For 6 Dawn, you can remove anything on the field. After that, we've got Graveblade. For 7 Dawn, you can remove 2 6 cost or less from the field. And honestly, we'll get into why these 2 are being played right now, but they're actually not crucial to this deck. And you'll see why in a little bit. So just, you know, keep watching. After that, we've got Jozu, 6 cost, 7k body, 1k counter. And on play, you may return 1 of your characters other than this character to the owner's hand, and then return 1 character with a 6 cost or less. So if you got like a Kaya down or even your Marguerite blocker, you can return it to hand with this, and then you can return 1 of their 6 costs, like a blocker, to their hand. And then you could potentially play it, or in Kaya's case, just keep it as a 2k counter. And then finally, we have the 10 drop Buggy. And obviously I had to put in the alt art because it just looks so much better than the normal card. And this reads, as we talked about before, on play, place up to 1 of your opponent's characters at the bottom of the owner's deck. Then if you do not have 5 characters with a cost of 5 or more, place this card at the bottom of the owner's deck. So even if you don't have the 5 costs or more on the field with Buggy, you can kind of think about Buggy as a Red Rock, because for 5 Dawn with your leader ability and the price of ditching 1 card, you can actually remove anything on their field. So if you already have like a decently developed field that they haven't gotten rid of, like, you know, a Jozu, maybe like your Mihawk or something like that, and they drop a 10 drop, you can just get rid of it. And yes, you lose yours, but also they lose theirs, and you still keep your board. So it's worth noting that he basically basically operates as, you know, a red rock. And then finally, I call this the Buggy Gimmick package. This is the stuff that cheats bodies in. And this is like the whole gimmick of the deck. This is like the fun part of the deck. And that's, you've got your leader ability, which we've already talked about, but activate main, you may rest 5 Dawn and trash a card and play any cross guild from your hand. So what you're really trying to find is this card with that, which is your Crocodile, who's a 7 cost, 7k body with 1k counter, which is kind of wild. And on play, you can play 1 cross guild type character card or Baroque works with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. So you could drop this into any of the 5 costs in your deck, which we are playing tons of, including Alvida here. And Alvida is a placeholder body for the last card, which I'll get into here in a second, but she's a 5 cost, 6k body, again with 1k counter, who on KO, if your leader has a cross guild type, you can play another 5 cost besides herself from hand. She basically replaces herself, which is awesome. But she, like I said, is a placeholder for this card right here. And guys, this is the card that I want to talk about that makes this deck really sing. And honestly, I'm not even using it in this build because it's not out yet. So I wanted to show you guys gameplay with the actual cards that you can get. But once we get access to this card here, this is the alternate version of this deck that I would be playing. So first, let's talk about this card, which is a 7 cost, 8k body. This character cannot attack. If your leader is Buggy, all cost 3 or 4 characters cannot attack. And on play, you can play up to 1 cost 6 or lower cross guild type character from your hand. So he is part of like your cheating bodies in Buggy Gimmick, because if you have Crocodile and Buggy, you now have 8 different chances to hit in this deck where you can start cheating stuff in using leader ability. And what makes this card insane is the other ability, which is if your leader is Buggy, all cost 3 or 4 characters cannot attack. So guys, if you're playing into Dofi, this card literally shuts that deck down. Like, they can do nothing against it. Because this card can't attack, they don't even have a chance to attack into it. Their only option is to hit it with a red rock. And that's it, because it's 7 cost, so it can't be Jozu'd and it cannot be Grav Bladed. As I said, guys, this is the deck that I would be playing. And you'll see that because of this card, I'm not playing Grav Blade, and I'm really not playing red rock either, because Grav Blade would be what I would use to remove 2 bodies in a Dofi matchup. But with this down, you do the same thing, plus you're cheating bodies in. And I'll include this build in the description so that you can try it out for yourself. And guys, speaking of descriptions, if you want to support a small channel and you're planning on buying cards anyway, think about using my link here, because it gives me a small percentage of your purchase. And I'll probably use it for things like giveaways and stuff like that as it starts to add up. So far, guys, we've made $1.81, which I'm actually pretty pumped for. So thank you. So again, guys, if you use it, great. If not, no worries. Thanks anyway. Now let's get back into it. But guys, when we get access to this card, this deck is so much more fun. Like, Dofi players literally just quit when I have this. So let's go back to the build that we are currently talking about in this video though. So that's kind of your different options, and that's how you want to think about this deck. You've got cards that draw, you've got cards that remove, and you've got cards that cheat other cards in so that you can get to the Buggy Gimmick. So now that you know kind of what this deck does and how it works, let's take a look at the ideal lines of play. Now, before we get into this, if you guys are getting any value out of this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help me out on my quest to 1,000 subs. As always, thank you so much for watching, and let's get back into it. So let's go over the ideal curve for when you're going first, or odd. And honestly, you want to be going first with Buggy, because then you're going to hit your 5 Dawn turn first. So turn 1, you're going to put your searcher down and start digging up the cards you need. In particular, because we're not actually playing the promo right now, you're going to be searching for Crocodile. Turn 2, you're going to put your blocker down and draw a card off of her ability. So now you're 2 cards up and you have a little bit of defense. Finally, on turn 3, with the current build, you're going to play Crocodile, and I personally advocate for Alvida off of the Crocodile play. If you're watching this video in the future and we have the promo out, definitely play the promo into the 6-drop Mihawk here, because then you have a massive blocker, and the promo is starting to slow down any of the earlier plays that they've put down. But in this case, you want to put down Crocodile and Alvida before going into your 7 Dawn turn. And I'll explain why in just a second. But on 7 Dawn, you're hoping to replicate the same Crocodile into a 5-drop play. And you can either just hard cast this for 7 Dawn, or you can use leader ability again and use the 2 extra Dawn to swing. Now, the reason I think that you should put Alvida in the turn before is because on this turn, you can also now swing with Alvida, but I would not swing with your Crocodile because you're trying to keep Crocodile in. in. And yes, you could potentially, you know, counter out of it because it's a larger body, but there's not really a reason to do that at this time if you're already swinging with leader and Alvida. Now, because if you're swinging with Alvida on this turn and she gets killed on their 8 Dawn turn, she'll just replace herself, and now you still have your 4/5 costs or higher going into your 9 Dawn turn, which is what you need to be able to play Buggy on curve. Because on 9, if you have the 4, you can just play Buggy, return something big on their board to their hand, and now you have this menacing board that you can start swinging in with. Because if you think about your 9 Dawn turn, developing this body either removes something big that they have or a blocker, and then you're going to swing with all 4 of these, and that's going to be a big problem for them. So this is why I advocate for Alvida on the turn 3 play coming off of Crocodile. And I'll talk about this later, but you can also see why this deck would have problems currently without the promo. And that's because to really hit your curve, you need 2 Crocodiles in hand, which is basically half of the Crocodiles in your deck. Now, once we get the promo, having 1 Crocodile and 1 Buggy would be so much easier to do and to make this curve work. So again, this is the ideal curve. Now, there's plenty of times currently where you're not gonna have 2 Crocodiles, and so you're gonna have to figure something out here like a Jozu, or maybe you just start putting down 5 drops just to kind of get the board ready for a Buggy on potentially your 6th turn. But this, again, is the ideal curve going on. Now, the last thing I should mention about this curve, and honestly you'll see it in the even curve as well, is you could technically play Sanji's Pilaf here on turn 2. And the reason that I don't have that in there as the ideal line of play is because once you get these 2 bodies in on turn 3, you can then use them to swing on your 7 Dawn turn. And Alvida you can just let get KO'd because she'll replace herself. And Marguerite can potentially block Crocodile if they actually do swing in with like a massive swing. And so this kind of gives you the opportunity to apply a little bit more pressure in a safer way and get cards out of their hand. Now let's take a look at the curve going even, or if you go second. So same thing, you're gonna play your Searcher, you're gonna have 1 Dawn up on turn 1. Again, you're looking for Crocodiles right now, and in the future, you're gonna be looking for Buggies or Crocodiles. Turn 2, you're gonna hit the Marguerite, and then you're gonna swing for 6 with your leader. Turn 3, currently we're gonna do the same kind of thing, Crocodile into Alvida. Again, if you have the promo in the future, you're definitely gonna wanna play promo into the 6-drop blocker Mihawk here. Turn 4, same thing, you're gonna try and cheat more bodies in, either Crocodile or promo into, I think, Daz Bones, because you get the card draw. And then finally, if you are on the even curve and you have managed to get 2 Buggies in hand, again, this is the ideal curve. This is in a perfect world. You're gonna put both Buggies out. And what's crazy about this is you're gonna remove 2 massive bodies on their board. You can swing for all 4 of these and still have basically a full board that, you know, they're not gonna be able to answer in the next turn. So again, guys, this is the ideal curve. And this is why I say this deck plays kind of like almost clowny or funny, because if you actually hit this curve, like no one's surviving this. This is insane. And it's really funny to do. So guys, give it a try and tell me what you think. And if anyone actually hits this exact curve, please let me know in the comments. That would be absolutely amazing. I want to see the double 10-drop Buggy one of these days. Cool. And last but not least, I want to show you guys what I call the promo God curve. It is with the new promo card. And this is just a quick how it would look so you guys know how to do it once this does come out. But same thing, turn 1, search. Turn 2, you're going to put your blocker down, get another card. Turn 3, you have 2 options. You could either do the Crocodile and one of your 5 drops, or you can do the promo Buggy into your blocker Mihawk. And the reason I advocate for this one is because the promo Buggy prevents 3 and 4 cost characters from attacking. So most likely, nothing on these turns that they've played can now attack once this guy is down. Plus you establish a 7k blocker and you draw 2 more cards and trash 1. Now the following turn, you can just, you know, Crocodile into Bones, you draw more cards, and then finally turn 5, you can hit your first Buggy. And at that point, like, look at the board you have established. You have something that's preventing any 3s and 4s from attacking. You have a giant blocker. You have 2 attackers that you can swing in with at your leisure. And then you have a 10-12. And so this curve is absolutely insane, guys. And if you think about it, very achievable, because all you need is really 1 Buggy and 1 Crocodile. And you've done a decent amount of searching before that. So this is why I call this the promo God curve, guys. So once this comes out, guys, give it a try, shut down a few Dofies and Blackbeards, and let me know how it goes. All right, guys, so now that we've covered all of that, let's go through the main weaknesses of this deck. And really, it can all be boiled down to one major problem, which is that this deck is kind of a one-trick pony. Because really what you're trying to do is you're trying to create the environment so that you can play your 10-drop Buggy. And so all of the cards in here are designed to create that environment, which is either card draw or cheating bodies in. And the only real defense that you have is removal in the form of currently Gravblade, Red Rock, and Jozu, and I guess the 10-drop Buggy. So what this means is that there are very few lines of play. Like every game you're trying to hit this combo. And currently, like I said, without the promo, it's just not very consistent because you've only got the 4 crocodiles to make that happen. Now, obviously, once you get the promo Buggy, this will be a lot easier to achieve, which is the next big problem of this deck, which is that without Buggy or crocodile, you're pretty much cooked. You need to see those to make this deck work. And so we're still kind of stuck waiting for that sweet, sweet promo Buggy. And then finally, this has a trickle-down effect to having a really weak early game because your only early game is to play 1-drop searchers or 3-cost card draw options. And so it would be nice if there was like other cards in this deck that were 3 or 4 cost that did other things besides just card draw, like anything for defense or, you know, any other type of attack that you could use, but there's just no space in the deck. And so really, like I said, the big problem is that it is a one-trick pony. Now, that being said, the trick is a very good trick, guys, and you'll see in the gameplays that it works very often, even with just 4 crocodiles in deck. So don't let that discourage you from trying this build, but just be aware of what you're actually mulliganing for, because it's definitely going to be crocodiles, or maybe the 10-drop Buggy against Blackbeard. Cool, guys, that's all I've got for Buggy here. Definitely watch these gameplays because they are so freaking funny. Every single one of them I just died laughing on. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and let's get into some gameplay. All right, we are in it with a Blackbeard, so we'll take first. Now, in this matchup, you absolutely want to see your 10 drops. But I have some card draw here, so I'm going to keep this. Yeah, we'll end the turn, because I can go into this on turn 5. Hopefully we get a 10 drop. Okay, he's pitching stuff. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go here. He got a Van Augur, which is fine with me. He pitches the Van Augur. Let's go here, draw into a Daz Bones. That's fine. Really, I should have mulliganed for the 10 drop, I think, but I mean, we've still got a decent amount of options. Lafitte, okay. A Burgess. All of this checks out. Yeah, we take that. Use that. Still no 10 drop. This we can use though. Okay, so we go here. Yes, he does get rid of it. Go here. Leader ability. What do we pitch here? I guess I had Bones. We're not going to need that because I'm going to play it into the Alvida so that on KO we can drop another 5-cost in. So yeah, we'll pitch this. We'll play this into an Alvida and pass the turn. And he's not black holing us, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but he is not black holing us because he knows that there's an off chance we could play a 10 drop. So next turn we're at 7, so we kind of have a lot of options. Because I can search, which I think I will. Okay, so he got his 10 drop, which I'm sort of okay with because like we're starting to develop a pretty feisty board here. I don't think I'll take this one. Okay, Burgess. Okay, so what do we want to put down? Because we can go here into here. Let's just start swinging. And I'll decide as we go. Because we have 7. So I could do another, 6? I could play one of these, and then I can drop another one of these in. So I think that's what we do here. We go here, and we do not get the 10 drop. So now we go here. Swing. I'll pitch this probably. Yeah, we pitch this. I'll play this into this, over this. Still no 10 drop. Wow. Yeah, we can get rid of... I guess we can get rid of Mihawk here. And the turn. Okay, Lafitte. Another Burgess. Okay, pops down Burgess, and now he's got 2 good attacks. And we can counter pretty much anything, so everything's going to stay on the board right now. Because he's probably just going to attack 8-7 here. And, yeah, we give him a 2K. And we give him this blocker on this one, most likely. Well, it depends where he attacks. If he attacks life, I'm just going to take it. Because I would love to dig up a... yeah, we drop this. Because I'd love to dig up a 10 drop right now. Okay, pitches that, and he black holes us. Which is, it's a good time to do it. Yeah, see, because... oh, does he black hole us? He doesn't. We're not black holed. Nice. I thought he black holed us. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's get rid of this. We'll get rid of one of these. I think I'll attack with everything here, honestly, because I guess I could block. I actually just gave him another plus 1,000. So let's go. I need 5. So he's a 9. So this gets a 2K out of hand, at least. We'll see what he does. There's 2 cards out of hand. If he does that, like, we'll swing into the everything, or swing into life with everything else. Use leader ability. I'll pitch the Mihawk. We can play this. Yeah, and we get rid of one of them. So let's just go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And let's go here, pitch this, play this, get rid of this, and end the turn. I mean, Buggy is trolling this deck right now, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. All right. I mean, so what do we go? Let's go like 8. We got to go 9. Yeah, let's go 9, 9, 9 across the board and see what happens. I mean, I kind of don't care because there's just no way he can survive even after this turn. Even if he plays another Teach. Okay, blocks that one. Yeah, so let's just go 9s. Oh, he wouldn't let me say anything. All right. Well, we did get to use the combo. Well, we did get to use our 10 drop. Yeah, I mean, this deck, it literally counters Blackbeard. Like, it just absolutely demolishes Blackbeard. But yeah, I mean, GG's, GG's. All right, we are in it with a Shanks. So they choose to go second, which is good for us. We've got some of our plays. No early game, though. Absolutely none. But I think I'm going to keep this just because I have not been seeing crocodiles in like any of my matches. So I like absolutely need it. Okay, okay, okay. This could be good. This could be good. So you definitely want to get cards out of their hand or out of their life before they get to their Shanks. So this could be good. This could be good. Okay, they're going to attack. Totally take that. Nice. This is not terrible. It's a pretty strong blocker, honestly. Does Josu help us in this match at all? What's he put down here? I mean, it probably doesn't because he leaves 2 up. So he's going to Red Hawk. Yeah, so I'll just swing since he's going to Red Hawk. This is going to help us for sure. Yeah, okay. You got to try, you know, guys. You got to just try. Sometimes they forget to use their ability. Or sometimes they just choose not to. What do we pitch here? I think Josu's it. Yeah, so we go here, into here, and end our turn. We had 7 next turn, so I'll probably drop in Mihawk here. None of these can be taken out by Red Hawk and leader ability, which is nice. So we got some big swings coming through on the next turn. Do I take even a 7? I guess I'd take that. That's fine. Ooh, blockeroo. Okay, so we have to... So we swing with Alvita for sure, because she'll KO and we can put in our boy. Kabaji. So let's go 6 first, because then I'll go 6 with leader, and then I'll save the other 6 for Mihawk. Okay, so he's giving that to my leader. That's fine, honestly. Totally fine with that. I mean, this is going to be freaking nice when we come up on that. The other thing is, depending on what he does to our board here. Okay, so he does just counter that. We might actually have a board that we can use Buggy with. Takes that, and then we just Mihawk here. Oh, man. All right. That is not what I was hoping to see, but whatever. So we'll be at 9 next turn. What do we do? What do we do? So he plays the new gate. Okay. So he so what's he KO here? Does he actually do any KO? I don't think so. Yeah, no blocker. We'll give you Alvida here, because he can't KO anything with Newgate, which is good for us. Man, it's too bad we don't have anything to put this in with. Because I can just drop bones here, and then we can do some pretty big swings. Conversely, I could put Alvida in, and then it'd be very hard for him to remove stuff. So I'm going to peel off first to get some stuff in hand. I was hoping for a crocodile, but we do not get one. So I have 6 here. So I could play another blocker. Or bones. I think bones might be better, because we'll just get some cards. Well, yeah, we'll go blocker. So let's go 6, 7, 7. All that jazz. Okay, he's reducing leader. Makes sense. Yes, hopefully he KOs the Alvida. Perfect. That's great for us. Even putting here is kind of nice. Kind of nice with it. We probably don't need another Alvida here. Although I could just drop that in right now. Nah. Nah. Okay, so we've got 6. I can do another one of these. Yeah, because he's going to be at 10 next turn. So no matter what, we can remove his Shanks with a double combo here. So let's go, because we'll have 3. So yeah, let's just put this in. And I'm going to just chill now. Yeah, I don't even want to swing. So let's just chill and we'll call it there. Because even if he KOs this, I can still get Buggy in. Oh, he's Uta searching, so he doesn't have a Shanks in hand. Whoa, what the heck? No Shanks. Maybe he does have a Shanks and it's just, he's not doing anything with it. Who knows? Because, I mean, even if he had a Shanks, Newgate. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. All right. 7 on 7? I think not, my friend. You can have a pudding. You can have a pudding. Because now we can just drop our Buggy drop. Oh, no way. Is this really happening? That would be incredible. Oh, and we have both our red rocks. Okay. So we'll pitch a red rock. We'll drop Buggy. Get this guy out of here. I kind of want to swing into his Newgate to just... Well, why even bother, honestly? We have such a massive board right now. We have a good-looking board, guys. I can go 9. I can go like 7. I can do a bunch of big swings here. So let's do that instead. Because he's at 7. So we can go 8. I can go 8, 9. I should have put these on here, actually, and got 9, 9. Okay. He's reducing that guy. So what is this? 7. He's 7. Yeah, I still want to get cards out of his hand. So let's see. We go 8 again. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Because we're going to get rid of this guy. And it's going to be in spectacular fashion. We'll get this out and we'll put this in. Get this guy out of here. And I guess end the turn there. Or do we got to push the advantage here. We do. We really do. Because now we're just getting so much value for these swings. Yeah, I mean, he's very limited now on options. And we have Red Rock, so even if he puts a Shanks in, like, that Shanks is gone. Another Newgate, yeah. This is why I don't like the Newgate, because it's kind of slow in Shanks. Like, I feel like it just doesn't do anything. Yeah, so get this out of here. Let's go 9 on 7. Yeah, so we keep that Croc because we can. Yeah. God, guys, look at this board we have. Oh man, that is just insane. Okay, so we can clear this guy out of here, which I think we should. I'm gonna make sure that he has no options. Like, we could probably go for game right now, but the massive amount of control we have is kind of incredible. Wow, well, now we could go. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep pressuring his board. I think it's better. It'll be more fun for us. I mean, guarantees the victory. That's the thing. Okay, so we've got 8 left, so I need 6. So we can go 8. Yeah, so we can go 6. Yeah. Let's go 8. Go 8 life. Attack with both of these, and then Red Rock that guy out of here. And it's probably a wrap at that point, guys. Like I said, we probably could have won this turn, but I wanted complete Buggy domination. Maybe not now. I mean, honestly, I could just go in. Oh man, he quit. Dang it. Oh, all right. GG's. All right, in it with some more of that Buggy fun. So we're going up against my girl Bonney here. They choose to go first. Interesting. The Grav Blade here could help us a lot. That's the only reason why I kind of want to keep this hand. Otherwise, everything else in here is nearly unusable. Ugh. But I feel like we need it. We got to do this. We can get her out on 5. Okay, cool. We draw into Kaya. Clutch draw right there. What do we want to trash? Probably the blocker. She's not going to do a lot for us here, so we'll drop her. Now we can play him on 5 or on 6. These kind of play off each other. Shoot, we'll get rid of him. Yeah. All right. Man, what a draw. Okay. No trigger. I mean, that could be useful too here. We don't get any. Yeah, we can't. We don't have a play here, so we just do it right back. We'll see if they attack into Kaya, because if they don't, we still have the Jozu play later, which could help us. So we'll see. Rouge, okay. We don't take this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this one. It's too cheap to counter out of right now. Clutch, very clutch here. Yeah, Josie would go a long way. Okay. What do we want to trash here, though? I guess we trash Red Rock, although it would help us. Buggy's... Does Buggy do anything for us here? A Crocodile really helps. Buggy... Yeah, we got to get rid of Red Rock. Dang. And we get into... Let's go her, because then they might attack into it and we'll get the KO from her. Because he's just going to be another... Yeah. So let's go her. End the turn there. Because there's no way he attacks with Rouge here. And what do they play for 6? I mean, if they get a, Carrot or Cavendish. Cavendish would be nice to... Okay, Bonney. Bonney doesn't do much for them here. Freezes Sadon. I mean, that's fine. And do we even bother? Yeah, we'll take one. Sure. Okay, so we get this Daz Bones instead of this one, which is good because I could just body both of these with Grav Blade. Or I can play a croc into this one and draw 2, which I kind of think could be good. Let's just start off some attacks because he's gonna arrest somebody. He'll be at 9 next turn. I fear the big stuff coming down. Ditching a red rock might not have been the move, but we'll see. Takes that. Okay, rests our Alvida. We pretty much have to get rid of this searcher here. Now, do we get rid of both of these? Thing is, I don't know that it matters really right now. I kind of want to wait a turn because we'll be at the 10 Dawn next turn. And if all of this sticks, we can just go into Buggy and remove some stuff. So yeah, let's go here. Let's go here. I mean, we'll trash it. Peel off, I guess. End the turn. Because yeah, now he has to attack into these. If he doesn't, yeah, we get a Buggy out. Oh, no, never mind. No Buggy. No Buggy. Bones, das Bones. Yeah, I'll give him that. And we take this one. Okay. Leaves a Dawn up. Or gets to keep a Dawn up. So I guess we could Graveblade and get these 2 out of here. Problem is that let's just go 7. He's gonna rest one of these. Because I can Red Rock still, get rid of these 2. Play a Sanji's Peel Off. Or play a blocker and block this guy up. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do here. So let's just go through and attack with everything. We'll Graveblade both of these. I mean, his hand is not that big, but it could be just full of 10 drops. Wow, okay. Get rid of those 2. Pop her down and draw a card. That's actually not bad either. And end the turn, because we could just do Buggy and bottom deck this too next turn. That's not a terrible option. What does he possibly do here? He puts in a 10 cost, and yeah, so we pretty much have to, let's go here, because if he Doflamingos us, freezes 3. I'd like to keep, yeah, one of them. Keep something up. We'll drop Bones here. Yeah. All right. So how many 10 drops does he have, do we think? Because I can just pop in 2 of these. Well, I can put this down, and then I can pop this in, return this to hand, and I'll have my full board. So I think that's what we'll do. And we'll drop this in the trash. Yeah. That'll be good. That's good. And which one do we want to get rid of? I guess Shanks, obviously, because it's stronger. So, yeah, so we go Daz Bones, trash a card. Ooh, that's clutch here, too. So we trash this, and then we leader ability. We trash, I think we trash here. Let's trash this, put this in over Kaya, return this to the bottom of his deck, and we end the turn. So right now we have a pretty menacing setup. Going into their, I mean, they can 10 drop us again, but that leaves them no Dawn and 3 attackers. Yeah, you can have that. Okay, Basil. So Basil we can actually get rid of too with Red Rock, which is kind of clutch here. So yeah, we'll take this one. He leaves 1 up, so we get 1 good attack here. So let's go ahead and let's go, 15 into this and see if we can't just get it, because yeah, he rests probably this one. Sure. Yeah. Okay, gives us that. Then we go, what do we got? 6. So we go 6, 6, 6 here. And then we Red Rock this out of here. Red Rock that out of there. And Red Rock this, and end the turn. Oh man. GG's. That was a good one.